every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive, and the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about.
Okay, so I have all of my garlic in. I just need to cover them, but before I do, I want to say this row here has 8 cloves in it, and that is our white German garlic from a local farm. This next row here, this has 9 cloves in it, and it is heirloom garlic from a friend. And this last row here, this is our big elephant toe garlic from a local market, and that has 8 cloves in it as well. So I made sure to space each clove 5 inches apart, and then each row is spaced about 11 inches apart. So that's what I did this year, my first year growing garlic, and I hope that it works.
We got time on our side, we're in a state of hope. I need you are my fire, I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear. It's a miracle that you and I are finally here. I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You will be the last one to think about. The last one to think about.
Okay, so it's been a couple days and I've let the wreckage kind of settle in. We can see the problem is that the lip that was supporting just was not sufficient for the weight of this. So we're going to reconfigure this spring. In the meantime, I have a lot of garlic to try to save. As you can see, we've got one hanging on by a thread there. We have some rescue missions to get to inside. I've been waiting for the thaw in order to dig these up and try to replant them in the beds in the back. Speaking of those beds, let me go show you where we're at with those while I've got the camera on. We've got a pile here that needs moved. I'm thinking of doing another couple 4x4 beds there. But last fall, on Halloween actually, I planted these rows of garlic, and they seem to be doing really well. As you can see, there's nothing planted in these beds yet, so I think I'm going to do the same thing in the center here, do a row of garlic from whatever we can salvage from that fallen bed.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms. I will carry you on my shoulders as long as I'm able. Scare the monsters under your bed. Deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you. You will grow up in the blink of an eye and move out and beyond your own. But no matter what comes your way, I will stay right here beside you to catch you if you fall. And deep and abiding, liking for you is all I need. Until my heart gives in, I will do everything I can for you.
Okay, so the reason why I only went this far is because I'm going to be planting a trellis of beans between these two beds, and garlic does not go well with beans, so I'm going to plant to the center of these just like I did with those ones. I'm only going to go about halfway. So right now I just dug a trench. It's a little difficult to figure out about how deep this trench needs to be, but I'm going to just kind of be judging by eye here. I feel like this is probably a little deep actually. We'll probably want it to sit like to here because you don't want it too deep. But this is kind of unique in that I'm going to see about how much room each of these need actually. Now, I'm not sure how all this is going to actually work out for me. This is just kind of me trying to save what occurred here, obviously. I'm not sure if these are going to continue to grow. I'm really hoping that there's no rot. Like, this one I'm suspecting is going to have some rot because it looks like it's shed some stuff there. So that concerns me. But we are just going to hope for the best here. Another thing that I want to mention is, like, this is just not ideal at all. Obviously, I don't want to disturb the soil this early in the spring to begin with, but also, like, this soil is really compact. So whenever I set this garlic, I'm gonna try to do it very gently, and I'm not gonna try to compact it all that much because I want the bulb to grow and I don't want to restrict it. I might need to loosen this one up a bit, but that's what I was kind of feeling generally as I was planting this first one. This soil is just so wet and just not ideal planting for this stage of garlic, at least. But this is just not an ideal situation, and we are just on a rescue mission here trying to save this garlic. I can tell you though that it feels really good to be out in the garden. Okay, so those are all planted up there. These are elephant toe again. I planted them only halfway through the center because I have some beans going over there, and then this batch is going to be going in the center similarly over in that bed.
And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within.
Okay, so I have all those white Germans in the ground. Now I want to figure out a way to fit these in because these are actually pretty special to me. My friend had given these to me. They've been in her family for 4 generations. 4 generations. So I am really hopeful to save as much of these as I can, and I think I'm just going to plant them like in between each of those garlics there. But I found something really interesting, which is another benefit of this catastrophe, and that's I don't know if you can see that, but there is some mold on the top of this, and that is just really interesting to me because I've heard that garlic can mold in the ground, and I don't know how old these garlic are. They were just like being used for her personal use, and I told her that I was growing garlic, so she offered some up to me. So these could be maybe even too old to plant, but as you see, we do have some growth, so I am hopeful about this. But this is just one that I'm not going to put in the ground here. Okay, so I got everything in the beds, and I am hopeful that we will save at least some of these. Again, this is just like a really cool experiment, if anything else. I think if you are starting a garden, it's good to expect some loss, but anytime that you can learn from it, which I feel like there's an opportunity to learn from it every time, just in different ways, it just kind of makes it not hurt so bad. So I really enjoyed being able to see where the garlic's at as far as progress goes, but also I got to learn about that mold that was forming on the one garlic, and just seeing the different variations and the ways that they are growing at different rates was really neat too.
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Tiptoes, undercover, agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all.
I guess I wasn't very thorough
These got rolled underneath.
in my rescue mission. Oh, they got rolled underneath?
Yeah.
That is,
Elephant?
if it was over there, this is a gauge. This is like one of our biggest white Germans.
Besides myself.
Yes, besides yourself. So today was an unexpected day in the garden, but it's been really productive. So after I worked this morning for a bit at our family diner, we went to pick up some reclaimed windows for free, which I have a plan for in the future in this garden space, maybe a few years from now, for a reclaimed window greenhouse. I might also use one of those windows for our chicken coop, which is also part of our future plans here in this garden space. Not quite sure yet, but those were some awesome windows. We were excited to get them. So on our way to get the windows, the kids fell asleep in the car. So this is some unexpected garden time where me and my husband can both be productive at the same time, which is invaluable and really exciting. I'm going to show you what we did so far just in this past 20 minutes. So we had that collapsed bed, and we had some really great soil in that bed. I decided that we should put that soil in these 4x8 beds to top it off, because this is actually going to be our main producing beds. They're gonna be the most fruitful for us, so I figured we'd give it that rich soil from the fallen bed. And I'm thinking for that bed that collapsed, we're actually going to use some of these larger pieces of wood, cut it up and fill the bottom, just use it as some filler, and then we will top it with maybe some more leaves or roughage, and eventually soil on the top. That bed that fell in, that's going to be not only typically my garlic bed, but also like all of my greens and lettuces. So we aren't done here, but I wanted to show you the progress on the garlic here. I just replanted these yesterday or 2 days ago now. I'm not sure how they're gonna do. I'm hoping to get a few survivors out of this. Again, this was just a rescue mission. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's some redness on the stem there. Now, I'm not sure if that's part of shock or if that's part of normal growth of a garlic, but we shall find out if these can survive the transplant in March. So I'm gonna have to plant these today too.
Yeah.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that'll be good. I'll probably add one to each end here because I think we have the room. And then just like I did over here, I started, as you can see, just alternating. I'll probably just add another one here actually, and then we'll call that a day. Moment of truth.
I did have it wrapped underneath,
Okay.
so it is separate from the
Oh, good. Yeah, because that was looking really muddy. Oh, wow, it's still beautiful. This is our mushroom compost soil, right?
Yeah.
So there's mushroom in there.
Super dirt,
Super dirt.
they say.
We had some leftover from whenever we filled those beds right over there. Okay, so I think we've got elephant toe, white German, and heirloom from my friend, which is super exciting. Elephant toe, we'll bring this. We'll plant that up right there. And then I'm gonna take these over here. So this is a line of white German already. So I'll put that there, and then for good measure, wonder if, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be one elephant toe garlic, and we will definitely be able to see the difference once it comes time. First of all, this is not going to have scapes. These are all going to have garlic scapes. So that's one way that we will hopefully tell the difference between these two varieties of garlic. So I guess my husband had some extra from that fallen bed, so he just placed it right on top of our super soil, as we've been calling it, which I think over time we'll just keep filling these beds. But I know that we are on borrowed time already before those kiddos wake up. Hi.
Hey.
Speaking of, I just woke up. Hi, buddy. How you feeling?
Good.
Good.
See what happened.
Oh,
My bracket on the other side of the metal bar pulled out.
the bracket pulled out. And then this was the support. The bars were going this way.
Mm-hmm.
Bummer. We will have to just reconfigure. Like I said, I might just do a bunch of filler, and then once it gets to a certain height, just do a bunch of soil on top. That's going to conclude our work in the garden today.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for